When you drive by Ganton Senior Communities, you can tell we're truly a special place.
I got a phone call completely out of the blue. I hadn't really talked to my mom in a little while, and she said to me, like all in one sentence, she said, I'm very lonely. I think I need to go to an assisted living, and I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Can you take me? And I was totally like blown away. I didn't even know how to respond to her comment.
I got to the point where I was by myself, and I just knew that I needed to do something different. It wasn't a big flash or anything, but I was alone for enough time to know that it wasn't something I needed to do.
She was very lonely, and things that we thought she was able to handle on her own, she wasn't able to handle anymore. She wasn't getting out as often, and things were becoming a little more difficult for her to manage on her own. So she was really looking forward to, and it sounds really simple and basic, but she was looking forward to having someone to eat a meal with and just to be around people. So after that evening with the phone call, I suddenly began to realize, oh my gosh, my mom needs me more than I thought she needed me. So there began the kind of the process of, well, how much does she need? I called my sister, I called my brother, we kind of powwowed, we tried to figure out what our roles would be as far as helping her and staying in touch with her. And honestly, our biggest focus at that moment in time was keeping closer tabs on her, just calling her, stopping by, just making sure she had some connection with one of us pretty often. It was stressful, the process. However, I think the thing that helped us, myself and my sister and brother and I, is that we knew our mom wanted to make a move, that she wanted to live somewhere else, that she wanted to be around people and didn't want to have the little bit lonely life that was becoming hers.
When I was home, it's true. When I was home, I was lonely. True. And I had friends in the park, but it was getting out and going from one place to another. Here I could walk out my door and go down the hall and see people. And I know at meals there'll be somebody there that I will be able to talk to. Thinking what to cook. I didn't mind cooking, but to think of what to cook, I didn't. I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore, because cooking for one is very difficult. I found that. Living in my own apartment is very nice. It's private, but I feel like I get out of my room without feeling like I'm shut in there. I know if something happened to me, there would be somebody there to help me. That's important to me. This morning I thought, I don't have to do my medicine now because somebody will take care of it for me. That's one less thing to have to think about. I'm free to walk around here and meet anybody I want to or do whatever I wish. And go to the library. Library's available anytime I want to go, and don't have to worry about getting it back on time either.
So I guess one of the things I take from this experience is the fact that my mom was part of it. She wanted to make a change, even though we did a lot of the detective work and a lot of the investigation as to all the particular details. She wanted this process for herself, so that made it a lot smoother for us as a family to transition her to this living situation. If there was one thing that I could offer for advice of some of the families out there that are going through this process or beginning to go through the process, if you can keep the communication lines open with all of your family members, and whether it's you are the only one or there's many siblings involved, and get as many people on board as possible to talk about things, strategize, have a plan, and just keep talking to people and keep talking to your loved one to make them understand that you're doing it for their benefit and you're not trying to be mean, you're not trying to put them somewhere, you're trying to make their life happy and safe and comfortable.
I'm Lisa Anhoff, and I'm a clinical social worker who specializes working with older adults and their families. It's important for caregivers to take care of themselves by reducing personal stress, by asking and accepting help, and it's really important to recognize your own emotions and your feelings when you're going through all of this. Individuals who are caregivers often have problems with balancing their own needs with the person that they're taking care of. This complex juggling act often leads to sleep deprivation, problems with eating healthy, health, and a lack of exercise. To know that you're not by yourself out there, that there are people and resources to help you out, and that there are other people that are going through the same thing that you're going through.
When I think back to that night that I got the phone call from my mom, suddenly I realized that the roles were reversed, that I was going to be making some decisions for my mom that I maybe never thought I would have to make for her.
I needed to be here because I needed to be around people more. I think it might have been, eventually it wouldn't have been good for me.
We've created a supportive, nurturing, and safe environment here at Ganton Senior Communities. Call us at 969-4000 for more information. Extraordinary people, extraordinary care.